Hi, I'm Nadia Dunn. Welcome to the Reverse Logistics Association's European Summit 2022 here in Amsterdam. I'm joined by John from EcomGlobal Systems. Thank you so much for being here, John. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you, Nadia.
Now, we had our panel together yesterday, which we'll talk about shortly. But first, can you tell our audience a bit about the company and what you do there?
So EcomGlobal Systems is a global-based platform. Part of that platform is Reverse Logistics. We call it ReverseGear, and basically it's an enterprise system. It operates globally, and we handle returns management. And we've been in business for about 20 years plus. We've morphed into the returns management side of it. What I want to say, quite honestly, Nadia, is we're not a label printer. Okay, we actually manage returns on a global scale. We do global processing, Dubai to Singapore, Singapore to China, Australia to UK, doesn't matter, okay? So it's a global platform. Mm-hmm. So that's what we specialize in.
And what are the benefits of coming to an event like this and being associated with the RLA?
Well, quite honestly, it's one of the very few organizations or associations in the world that actually specialize and focus on reverse logistics. And because of that, you're meeting like-minded people who are experiencing like-minded problems and grouping together to benefit all of this services, whether it's garments, apparel, fashion, electronics, doesn't matter, it's part of the process. And that's a great discussion panel, great opportunity to meet other people in the similar field and cooperate together.
And our panel yesterday was on cross-border returns in the European market. What were the main highlights that you wanted the audience to get from that discussion?
I think probably the ability to manage the process of shipments going into Europe as well as coming back. So the key is that you've got to manage that data for customs. Mm-hmm. And if you're shipping to Europe or Europe shipping to the UK, you have a process that's door to door, that's cradle to grave, including the customs, including the management of those returns, to effectively control and cost sustainability issues that brings.
And we'll come on to sustainability shortly, but from a client perspective, what are the advantages of triaging in country?
Very good question. I can say that the ability to triage product in country is what you would normally do at your warehouse once it arrives back. So from a sustainability point of view, we're doing that triaging for you advance of the return. So if, for instance, you have a t-shirt that's worth $20 and it's going to cost you $30 to bring it back, why bring it back? You may as well try and resell it, restock it, donate it to charity, do all these wonderful things you do to avoid actually bringing it back in the first place.
And that in itself is sustainable?
Yes. And if you're looking at a domestic product, it's different. But when you're looking at international and cross-border, it's a whole different ballgame. And that you've got to differentiate between one and the other. And a lot of people look at a domestic and think they can do international and cross-border. It's not the case. They're two different processes entirely.
Tell us more about sustainability from your company's point of view and also the industry as a whole.
So from the triaging point of view, because we do that inspection in advance, we're actually saving the planet. We're actually not causing you to return something that costs a lot of money, but at the same time, it's not impacting the carbon footprint. So it's better to do it at source rather than wait till it gets back. As simple as that, really. And because we do that, we can actually help you, your sustainability program, your carbon footprint, by reducing the costs, and everybody's a winner. And you can donate the product rather than just chuck it in the bin or give it to a jobber. We actually have a new program which we've just launched, which we actually buy the product back in country, and then we resell it.
Right.
Or donate it, whatever the circumstances are. So we take the problem away from you as the retailer, and we do it all in country.
And what does the next year look like? You're going to be doing more of that, I guess, which is obviously a great initiative. Is there more of that to come?
Yes, there is. And we're actually rebranding as well. So a lot of this stuff will come out with the new branding. which is more positive in terms of the sustainability. And at the same time, because we do a lot of high brands, a lot of these brands are, we now have created this authentication program where we're able to check the content, the value, the product itself when it's being returned to ensure it's genuine and not a counterfeit or a copy or it's being used and all that stuff. So for the higher brands, they need that verification process, which also comes into the triaging side. And we're finding that is becoming a very valuable thing in the future because people need to know there's so many scams out there, there's so many this, so many that. It's just incredible what some people do. I shouldn't be saying that, should I? Cut that.
Well, that's a great initiative, and I good luck for the future. I hope it continues to be successful. One last thing, John, if you could describe this event in one word, what would it be?
Brilliant.
Excellent. It's been lovely.
Thanks, Nadia.
And it's been brilliant
nice
meeting
you too.
Thank you so much.
You.